Letters. Ray To SHIRL November 1st, 1945. From Kansas, Ray writes, My darling, happy Halloween, sweetheart. I'd have sent you a card or something, only I didn't find out about it being Halloween until afternoon. More darn surprises. For Pete's sake, tomorrow's November. By golly. To be absolutely frank, I was eager to get your letter. However, it did come at the best moment. Things were really black today. Knew it was going to be a bad day as soon as I woke up. Things kept going down until your letter came this afternoon, and then they climbed back up. My little prophecy about the next month being tough is coming true. Our squadron is being transformed into a photo recon outfit, more breaking up and reassembling of crews. They'll put a lot of men in a hat and draw to see who's what. This will make everyone discontent. Then our date was changed. All the damn dates to pick from, they choose December 1st. This doesn't mean we'll leave on the 1st, but we'll be packed and ready to go 24 hours after the 1st. There should be something more definite than this within a week. Or becoming a completely independent squadron. We were the 485th BG. Changes all the previous policies, so there isn't anything about Thanksgiving. It depends on our new CO, the amount of training we'll need, and our shipping date. The whole damned outfit is a lot of words that can't be changed on a second's notice. The financial situation is, as usual, rough, but not impossible. If I can get in 10 lousy minutes of flying time, I can draw flying pay for October. Right now I've got 24, but everything is paid up to date, so flying pay would be clear. If you don't mind taking a chance on being disappointed later on, would you want to find out about all the fares and schedules if we could be all set? I want you to do this because I think it would be so wonderful if we could make it. You have the final say-so. Maybe old Lady Luck would smile on us. What do you say, honey? You don't want me to pull any punches, do you? Okay, if I get out of the army tomorrow, it would be the answer to several prayers. I've thought about it several times and figured out all the angles. It probably would be sensible to stay in for a while and get everything cleared up. But day by day, I've begun to hate the army more and more. I'm getting ornery, unpleasant, lazy, irritable, neglectful, thoughtless, and less ambitious. You're right about it being rough on us. If I get out of the army right away and have to wait, but I'd rather that than me stay in. There are things I've got to learn and capabilities to figure out. I'm not one of these newspaper psychological cares or anything like that, but there will be a readjustment to make. For 3.5 years, I've been looked after. Someone has said when to eat, when to sleep, what to wear, how to act, when I can be free, where I can go, and what time to do this or that, and I'm expected to accomplish most everything else to do with living. I've got to get used to being on my own. I've got to get used to doing and saying and thinking things and even acting differently. I've got to discover myself again. Another thing, you couldn't possibly love freedom more than I do. I felt it completely for a couple of times. I think that we'll be able to feel it together pretty soon. Finally, there's you. You're the most important thing in my life. Just being able to call you and hear your voice as well. I feel that to be with you is much more important than any problems that could arise. That, darling, is the way I feel about it. Sure are a lot of I's in this letter, but what do you think about it all? Doggone it. How can two kids drinking black coffee from a thermos bottle at 2 a.m. on Palm Beach be so wonderful? Now comes my ideas on sex. Once again, no punches pulled. Mind you, don't claim I'm right. I think it's necessary, very much so. When you feel that way, there's nothing else to satisfy that desire. It is important. But then so is kissing important. So is holding hands or smiling or laughing or crying or saying things, even just looking at each other. Sex is part of a full and complete life. Whoever says it's the most important thing in life is wrong. He has to be. Any man can do it to any woman. I don't know, the urge or desire or satisfaction is great, but the action and reaction is the same. Let's jump to you and me. We're to be married and live together the rest of our lives. If sex were the most important thing, wouldn't it be necessary? It wouldn't be necessary to have a marriage or for two people to remain together. It would be like eating or drinking. Any place or any time or anyone would do. That can't be right. The way you smile and laugh and sing and talk and think and act. The way you sigh, woo when you're happy or grow silent when you're mad. The way you look in slacks. The million things that you alone wouldn't count. How would that be right? So boil it down. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. It takes a lot of different pieces to make a complete picture. I don't know if all this makes sense. I know that I'd rather have you without sex than sex without you. That ain't all. Got a lot more to say. My ideas on the frequency of coitus, that's the tech term, are as follows. I bought a bottle. Once I was in Tucson, I found a place that sold some cognac by the half-pint bottle. I bought a bottle and took it back to the barracks. Unbelievable as it may sound, it lasted 2 weeks. I could have guzzled it one evening if I drank because it was handy. If I always had a bottle of brandy around and got in the habit of drinking it regularly, it wouldn't taste as good. So be it with sex. If you do it out of desire rather than habit, it's bound to be better and more enjoyed. I guess when two people are first married, the first couple of weeks or even months or something, so frequency is bound to be greater. But after that, I feel it's got to be desired by both. To me, the most important thing about when both people are fully satisfied, this is usually harder for the woman. When two people haven't had any experience outside of each other get married, they should be able to work that out. I believe that incompletion rather than lack would break up a marriage. That's where reading or medical science can help if it's necessary. Another thing that would determine the frequency is the living conditions of the people. Again, like a drink of water, everyone can enjoy it. If people have nothing to do in life due to poverty or lack of ambition or personality or whatever, they must have something to release their emotions. This may sound silly, but let's say it's a good thing. So is going to a dance or seeing a show or playing tennis or playing piano or collecting stamps or reading or having guests or going visiting or taking care of home or having a steady job or having a car or buying a new dress or suit or spending a couple of dollars foolishly. They're all good things. If you can do some of those things and enjoy them and are not limited to one or two ways of releasing your emotions, when when you haven't got coffee, you have to drink water. When you haven't got anything else left in life to enjoy, sex becomes the one thing. So, ma'am, when sex becomes the most important thing in life, then life isn't very important. And by Godfrey, that's the end. Whew. I always feel that I don't write things the way they're really meant. Let me know what you think about the workings of my Swiss cheese brain. Holy heck, I am plumb worn out. Seems that every day at least once the radio is played How Deep is the Ocean. That really hurts. Hey, come Saturday at the Post Theater, Don't Fence Me In, starring none other than Roy Rogers on his Wonder Horse Trigger, King of the Cowboys or something. I'll probably cry all through it. Somehow or other, D, F, M, I, and R seems to clash in my head. Like Spike Jones playing Claire de Lune, Holy St. Peter, what a horrible thought. What, that would be the end. My goodness, haven't I been a windbag tonight? Just time now for the nice, clean, cool sheets? And I must rest because I'm old and the pot-bellied stove grows cold. Better put some coal on. I love you and miss you all kinds. All my love, always, Ray.